Hello everybody and welcome to Theme Park Scoop. Today we're going to be talking about the Simpsons land maybe moving to Disney World or just leaving Universal Studios. This is an interesting topic because it mostly just lies on the deal that they have with Disney. So basically soon their rights for the Simpsons are going to expire in 2028. People think, nobody actually knows exactly the date, but 2028 is kind of what people predict the rights to be gone by. So let's read a little bit from this article. They say the popular animated television family has a land at both Universal Studios Florida and Universal Studios Hollywood. Neither company has commented on when the rights deal for The Simpsons expires, but it's widely expected that the deal will end in 2028. Now Universal Studios has shared what may be an ominous sign for fans of the cartoon family's theme park presence. It has been pointed out that the park's website and map no longer reference Springfield/Simpsons area of the park as a land. The individual attractions and restaurants are still there, but any reference to the group as a whole is gone. So these are just little clues we might be getting about the Simpsons leaving Universal Studios, but also it says somewhere in here that the Simpsons is really old and kind of just decaying in both Universal Studios parks, but mostly the Florida one. It says some of the rides screens at the Florida installation of the Simpsons ride, the signature attraction in the Springfield land, for years have needed a refresh. The lack of renovation has long suggested that the Comcast may not see a long future for the ride. Basically, it's getting really old, and on top of that, they have a Fast and Furious roller coaster coming right next to the Simpsons land in Hollywood, and this might be giving a sign about them removing the Simpsons land and maybe even replacing it with Fast and Furious. And also there's a Fast and Furious supercharged ride that we think is going to be gone really soon, and that might even move to where the Simpsons is. So there would be some kind of 3D kind of supercharged Fast and Furious ride where the Simpsons are right now, and this entire area right here will basically just be Fast and Furious land. So this right here is where the coaster is going to be, kind of over here, all of this area, almost kind of disrupting the theme over here of Simpsons because it's right in front of where the Simpsons stuff is. There's Lard Lad Donuts exactly in front of where all the Fast and Furious stuff is going to be, and so I think that would be kind of weird, just having Lard Lad Donuts right next to the Fast and Furious ride, and it would be way better for them to just change this entire thing to Fast and Furious. And it also says that Disney would want to take back the ownership of the enduring characters, given that the Simpsons library is a core part of the Disney Plus streaming service. Instead of renovating the rights for Universal to keep being able to have the Simpsons land and stuff like that, Disney might want to get it back because the Simpsons is in their Disney Plus streaming service. This said a Simpsons land would make a lot of sense at Disney's Hollywood Studios, which has some dated attractions that could be turned into something new. Disney has not suggested this will happen, but it seems like the Simpsons leaving Universal has become a question of when, not whether. And so since people think it's 2028, I think a little bit before that they would probably start demolishing or just changing up the entire theme of this area. So we got a little map right here. So this Simpsons ride, I think that what could happen is right when the Fast and Furious roller coaster comes out, they could start demolishing all the Simpsons stuff, since they already have an entire new ride people are coming for, and they can easily just take off one ride and put one ride in, just like they did for Super Nintendo World. What they did was put in Super Nintendo World, and then they literally took out 2 entire shows. But since we have Super Nintendo World, it really didn't make a huge negative impact for Universal. In fact, Nintendo World has been making a ton of money for Universal and has made the crowds come so much more. We have had days sold out because of Super Nintendo World in Universal Studios, and so these 2 shows being gone was not the biggest problem, and I don't think taking out the Simpsons ride is going to be a big problem if they add the Fast and Furious roller coaster. So I think that's what's going to happen, and along with the Fast and Furious supercharged maybe moving over here, this area would probably be something like Hagrid's like motorbike right here and like Diagon Alley. That would be really cool. As you can see right here, there's like a little strip and then an entire area that could be the roller coaster and Diagon Alley, or it could be literally anything. This place right here has kind of been being talked about a lot, them building maybe something new right here, because now if Simpsons is removed, there's nothing really old in here other than the mummy, but I don't think they would destroy anything else really. Everything is kind of just new. Like the DreamWorks is kind of new, the DreamWorks Theater isn't new, but the Kung Fu Panda itself is pretty new. Minion Cafe, all these places are kind of relatively new. The Simpsons ride is the only really old thing that feels like it needs to be removed. And so I think expanding the park and making an entire new area over here might be the move for Universal Studios. So that is going to be all of the news for today. Thank you guys for coming in and listening to Theme Park Scoop. If you liked this video, make sure to go down and like the video and subscribe to the channel. This is a channel that I decided to start, and so if you want to support this new channel, make sure to go down and subscribe. Thanks for listening in, and we'll see you guys in the next one.